please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Abhijit Roy, the MD and CEO of Berger Paints, joins us now to talk about all of that. Abhijit, I'll come to growth in a bit, but before that, can you tell us how input costs will move, considering that crude is now back at 75, you have rupee, which is at 70. What impact will both of these internals have on your own input prices?
So in terms of raw material prices, there was a bit of a moderation there in some raw materials, whereas some others have gone up. So overall, it has remained more or less static. Unfortunately, the rupee has devalued a little bit against the dollar, and that would have impacted us, because there is about 25 to 30% of import basket. So that impacts us negatively a little bit. But more or less, we expect that we may need to take a price increase somewhere around September. Of about 1.5%, that's what something which we need to look at.
Okay, but good morning, Abhijit. Thanks for your patience.
Morning.
Will you be able to squeeze in that price hike? Because, after this GST rate cut, there's a general trepidation among companies of all kinds, not just paints, to push up prices, especially when you got such a giant rate cut.
Yeah, that's true, so that is why, we are holding back because, we don't want to disturb the market, because, it needs to be, the prices also need to be absorbed in the market. It takes a little bit of time to do that. So once the prices stabilize, we may need to look at, how to increase the prices at that point of time.
So do we work with what, EBITDA margins of 22% or thereabouts? I mean, what kind of EBITDA margins should we work with?
See, EBITDA margins, in the second quarter, it will be more or less static, as we have seen in the first quarter. There might be a bit of a softening if we are unable to increase the prices, but more or less, it will be around those same levels.
Okay. Tell us about the new acquisition, Sabu Coatings. What kind of revenue is expected over the next 2 to 3 years, and what would it add to your own business?
See, Sabu Coatings is a very interesting company in the sense that, it has a range of products which are specialty products. They actually make glass coatings, coatings for various plastic components, for helmets, so it has a very varied use. At the earlier stage when it was there before acquisition, it was basically a North Indian company and, essentially catered to the North Indian market. We can now take their products, which are very interesting products, across various parts of the country. So that gives us and abroad, so that gives us some amount of flexibility to actually increase sale of these products in other geographies. Okay. So that's what we can look forward to.
Okay, you did a volume growth of 13 to 14% when the wasn't it?
No, it's about 17%.
Wow. Oh, sorry. Okay. 17. And, when we were doing the poll, the estimates were 12 to 13%. So, second quarter, will it maintain the pace?
See, first quarter, there was if you recall, last year, was a bit of a base effect, so that was a positive. But in second quarter also, we will do a reasonably good, volume growth, may not be 17, but, it will be a good volume growth.
Okay. You see demand healthy?
It is, relatively healthy. That's right.
Okay. So has market share gone up? I mean, your market share has been trending higher in the decorative business. You're sitting at, I think, 19% right now. Do you have hopes to improve it further?
Yeah, that's what we aspire to. Incrementally it should keep going up, but we keep an eye on the profitability as well. So that is, you have to balance it both sides. So we don't go for this price input strategy. So therefore we maintain it, and a gradual increase in market share happens.
Okay, what's your capacity utilization right now, and how much comes on stream?
See, in normal months, on an average, it is about 70–72%, but in seasonal months, it goes up to 90–92%. So, paint is a very skewed thing. In certain months, it tends to accelerate and, then it becomes a problem to service the market. So, we typically take the peak load, in which case that is why we need to expand, at reasonable intervals.
And when is that coming? The next tranche?
We are going to set up a plant in Lucknow, near Lucknow, in a place called Sandila in UP, and that will come upstream in 2020.
Oh, right. Okay, we'll wait for that, of course, but talk to you intermittently. Thank you very much, Abhijit, for joining us.